Good evening. Thank you for joining me tonight. I'm so glad that you're here. I'm doing these videos because I need the motivation. I'm hoping that you will enjoy this too. You will want to get your paper and pen. You're going to want to write down notes. I've got Donya this evening. She is really incredible. I think you folks are really going to like this. It's going to be great. She's got a lot of information to share with us, and boy, I don't really know. I don't want to say and give away the whole story here. I'm going to let her do that part. She's got an interesting story, and she is a successful entrepreneur, and that's why I bring these shows too as well, so that you can learn, you can grow, you can have the opportunity to be able to consider what she's doing. I'm going to do some commercials about halfway through, so get ready for that. But don't leave, because if you leave, you'll miss something. You'll miss something really super important. So you don't want to do that. We are going live stream. This is going to Facebook. We also, hopefully soon, it will be on my website. I'm working on that. I need to work out some stuff as well on the E360 TV application, so you can watch this. It should be streaming live. But I heard that it's not there yet, so I don't understand that part. So E360 TV is the network that I am using, so you're able to watch it on your smart TV on E360 TV app. You download that. You can watch it on Roku, Apple, Android, as well as Amazon Fire. So that's really cool. All right, so we really appreciate everybody that took time to come and join us to learn. And I tell you what, I've got Donya here. Let's meet Donya.
Hey, hey, Steven.
Hello. Thank you, Donya. I'm so very appreciative that you took time to come and join us this evening. Share your story. Tell us your what, why, and how you do it. And so I'll let you go ahead and have the floor here. How's that?
Oh my gosh, that's a lot. That's a lot in my 60 some years experience here. Well, not experience, but here on this earth. Thank you, first of all, for asking me. I know that we're in the same company and you started talking about different things that's on your heart and what you like to do. And I know you're going to share that at the half hour. And
Yeah,
so I appreciate you having me on. Well,
you're welcome.
it's great to be able to talk with somebody because I do these lives and it's like you never know who's there. So introducing myself, my dad was in the military, so I was born and raised in the military. And then my husband was also in the military. So that's what my life has been. I'm a military dependent, and
Right.
we currently reside out in Surprise. How about that? Surprise, Arizona.
Rise.
And just, yeah, I love that name, Surprise,
Yeah,
Arizona. And we've lived here for almost 22, 24, almost 23 years or so. And we have
yeah.
two beautiful children, my daughter who lives out in California, and my son who resides here, but he goes out and blitzes in different parts of the country. And I love it because they're living their dream. And also part of my dream was being able to have my family around because my husband and I and my dad, we moved all the time, so we weren't around family. So my mom is here, and then my sister, her husband, and her nephew is here. So I have my family around me, which is very important to me.
That's
And,
really important, huh?
yeah, it is. It is. I'm
Yeah,
very passionate about that.
yeah.
And
Family is a very important factor for, I think, for everybody. But if it's not, I just tell you, it is nice to have your family. We understand some don't. Hopefully it's not a bad situation, but you know what? With the right faith, we can all have whatever we want. Isn't that true?
absolutely, absolutely. And we're all about building family legacy as well. We have a small family, but we really want to be able to pass on traditions. That's what we have here in our home, and we pass that on to our children, and then hopefully they'll pass it on to their children's children. So having family and friends around and building that legacy is so important.
And
Yeah.
that's what I was going to say. You took that word right out of my mouth, legacy. And that
Legacy,
is
absolutely.
important. And
That
that's what we're
is.
trying to do, is create the opportunity for people to learn, to maybe make a legacy for themselves. I mean, if you don't have one already, right, we can maybe give you some ideas how to do it.
That's right. Perfectly. You can always start, right?
Yeah.
Always start.
Well,
All
I tell
right. So
you, Oh, go ahead. That's fine. Go right ahead. I'm going to look at the
No,
comments. We got a couple comments. We got several viewers. We love that. Thank you. We appreciate.
awesome.
Yeah. So let's you carry on here.
Well,
Oh, it looks like we've got your son here. I got to put him up. All right.
well, this is my daughter Doree.
A daughter. I'm sorry. Okay.
Mhm. Yep, this is Doree. That's how you
Yeah.
pronounce her name, Doree-C. Yes,
Oh,
and,
awesome. Hi, Dory. We so much appreciate you.
yeah,
Yeah, we're gonna drop some gems, aren't you, Donya? I'll try
yeah.
and keep up to her because she's pretty smart. So I mean, that's why remember that's why I do these videos so I can learn too. Awesome, thank you. Okay, we
Alright.
also want to say hi to Lauren. I really appreciate Lauren. She's really awesome too.
Hi,
I met
Lauren.
her. Yeah, I met her fairly recently. Lauren, you're gonna love Donya too as well. Um, she's very dynamic as well. So we really appreciate that. It's never too late, like she says.
There you go.
All
Yeah.
right. Go ahead. You can talk. You can. You
Okay.
don't have to not talk. All right.
No, that's fine. Well, you know what? I wanted to say that, I've always grown up with this entrepreneurial spirit. I mean, even when I was in elementary school, I was always organizing things and trying to make groups or trying to, have different shows and things like that. So I've always had the entrepreneurial spirit, especially in the fashion industry. So then when I, got out of high school and then went on to fashion merchandising and got my dream job after I married my husband in the retail buying and then also managing. That's what I love doing. And then working with fashion and moving around. We went over to England and I thought I was going to be working on the economy, which I did for a little bit, but then ended up working on base. And then, we came back from Europe over into California, and that's where we had our daughter. But found my love in buying, retail buying, and so I was with the department store and loved doing that and sourcing different products and that. I'm saying all this because I'm laying down my background here, and then from there, we got stationed back up to North Dakota, and I say back up because when my father got stationed there, I said I would never go back. Then and actually, that's where I met my husband because his father was stationed there as well. And I said, okay, we're not going back. And then come find out, we got stationed back there. And that's
Mm.
where we had our son. But then my husband had other assignments, was overseas, and then came back. And now we live here in Arizona. And I deserve this weather. We all do, because after living in those 70-degree below temperatures, I deserve this 115 heat weather. So this is where I reside. And, I've been fortunate to be able to have a career in which I found an amazing company to be able to work with at the time in the field that I love, which was fashion. And, then I just had this bug again about having my own business, because we moved all around and I didn't have those sources or those resources available, at that time. And so when I moved here and then I was able to move my family here, my sister and I had on our hearts to have this other business. And we did that for a while and had to end up folding that. But you know what? It was so valuable. And when people talk about, I'm scared to try something or whatever, you're never going to know what you don't know. And you're never going
Right.
to put yourself out there to be able to gain the experience that you need. Because
It's
when
never
something
too
shows up
late.
and it's ready for you,
Yep,
yeah,
never too late. Thank you,
that's
Lauren.
right. Yeah,
Um,
that's
well,
absolutely right.
Lauren wants to know, well, what's the subject matter here?
Okay.
So you can tell us, and you got a great history, and that's really awesome. And just for the heck of it, will you tell us, like, all right, surprise? No, Arizona. uh, where exactly is Surprise in Arizona?
Surprise, Arizona is just out. It's in, oh gosh, it's just, I tell you what, where the Cardinal Stadium is and Luke Air Force Base, it's just probably 15 or 20 minutes from there. So it's on the west side of Phoenix. And
West side of Phoenix.
yeah, it's the west side of Phoenix. It's in a newer area developing out there.
That's
So I want to
nice.
get to Lauren's question. She goes, what's
Yeah.
the subject matter? Well, I tell
What's
you what, Lauren, when Stephen asked me to do this interview, and you always think about, well, what is it that I can talk about? What is it that I can share? And I think when we dig deep down, everybody has a story, like you said, Stephen, to be able to share. And I met Stephen through this company that we're in, and we're going to talk about that a little bit more, I believe, in the second half or what have you. And it's just about for people who feel like they don't have a source or a resource to be able to live out their dreams, whatever that may be. And, you know, like I said, I aspired, I wanted to be an entrepreneur. I've tried several different things, from coordinating, from fashion shows to music, to not music myself, but supporting music festivals and actually being a manager actually of a small little band. So different things that's on your heart. So as a true entrepreneurial who is living out their passion, living out their goals and trying it and actually going for it and having it work for you.
Mhm.
So as we go on, and I was talking with you about, I just knew there was something else that I wanted to do. And I absolutely found, that networking, when you put it out there and you ask people for certain things, or you're learning and always investigating and seeing what it is that you want, that's on your heart, it shows up, you know. And that's exactly what happened with this company, is that I was invited to a presentation, and I met the owners and founders of the company as well as the founding members of it, and it just blew me away. And
Wow.
so I believe that's one of the reasons why Stephen asked me to be here. And I don't want to ruin his thunder as he
No,
starts to integrate this conversation. So I
you're not going to
appreciate you
ruin
giving me the
anything. You are going to make it better. That's the whole point. Um, you are very dynamic. You've been doing videos for quite some time. Let me just do this if I could get to the right spot here, because I do have an opportunity for you to be able to reach out and get to know Donya. So she's got Facebook and she's got Instagram and TikTok. And so you can go to any one of those sites and you can reach her. We certainly want to hear what you have to say. We want to hear your opinions, your um, your take backs, or your wow, that's really something. You want to know more because we've got plenty more to come here, folks. Um, but I'm kind of like Donya said, lay down the foundation, right, of what makes a person successful, and then we'll talk about the successful things she's doing, and you know, someday I'll be as successful as she is, and so then
are successful. You have a lot going on yourself. I appreciate that.
yeah.
Thanks.
Well, I do. And so sometimes I wonder, do I have too much? No, I don't have too much, you know. I went from, some of you know, to some of you don't know. I mean, I went from trying to retire to, yeah, working full time for the company, Total Coatings that I was trying to retire from. But I enjoy that because what I did is I got back into the LWN Live with Nature Foundation, which is a 501c3. That's my true love. But we're not here to talk about that. We're talking about you. So, what do you think were our three things that successful people do to achieve a higher level of success?
Hmm. You know what? Throughout my career, I have been very fortunate to have mentors and leaders. So each place that I went, and I was able to pull, a little bit from each of that. And I think that being a successful person, that's your question, right? Is one, having a vision, right? Because if you
Mhm.
don't have a vision for yourself and where you want to go, then nothing's going to happen. You're just drawing at straws, right? So I believe having that vision and that purpose, and you actually drawing out that plan, because that's where that can come from. And that having that whole mindset and understanding that, I'm talking as far as being a successful person, as an entrepreneur, having
Mm.
that mindset and understanding that, you know what, it's about you. But when you surround yourself with the people who can help you, especially when you don't know, I think that's what happens to us too. A lot of us feel like, I don't have these things.
Hmm.
and I don't know how to get them. It's like surround yourself with people that you know who are doing what it is that you want to do. So,
Right.
number one, you asked me, it's having a vision for yourself and where you want to go. And
Hmm.
then I love the integrity piece of it, being having integrity about what it is that you want to do and being honest and being authentic and showing up, right?
Hmm.
Showing up not just for yourself, but for the people that you serve. Here on this earth, we have, products and services, and we can all help each other out with that. And so when we're reaching out and you're trying to serve and those that you help, you know, um, it just opens up a whole new, I guess, dynamic or platform, if you will, in being able to serve other people and networking and getting that. And then the other
So,
thing,
oh, go ahead. I was just going to say, so showing up is really important.
it's my
I was
favorite
just gonna,
hashtag.
huh?
Hashtag show up for yourself.
There
Right.
you
Because if
go.
you don't, nobody else will. And you have
Right.
to understand that it's not a job, right? There's not
Right.
somebody who you have to punch in. You got to show up for yourself. Yeah.
Exactly. So that's really important. I was just trying to
Mhm.
catch up here and write down notes. Um, you want to some of it I've heard before, but you know what? I learned repetition is super important to stay on the same track because
Mhm.
what I've done is not been consistent in the past. And then I forget things. But I've been blessed to learn a bunch of stuff. But when you don't practice it every day, it's not there in your front of your mind. So showing up is a good,
Exactly.
important part. Having that intention is an important part as well. Correct.
The intention, the integrity behind it for that. And when you were saying showing up, what I was talking about is the
Yep.
consistency as well. Okay. We're consistent in a job, right? You have to show up in order to get paid. When you
Right.
have and want to be successful, you have to be consistent with those
Right.
steps,
So is
and
it
that's what we practice in our
important
business.
to not necessarily quit? I mean, that's something I almost did. I mean, I was like, I'm just done. I'm over this stuff. I just want to like do nothing. I'm supposed to be on retirement and all this other. It's like, so where does that fit in?
Right. You know what? Quitting isn't an option. And that's easy to say, right? But if you
Yeah.
truly want something, and you have to go through those steps. That's the part of growth. And that's the third thing that I was going to mention. It's the growth and being empowered is what I believe is helps you to be successful. Because yes, quitting, it comes into everybody's mind. We quit on a lot of things. It's okay to stop for a minute, but pick yourself back up and get right back on it again, because that is just part of growing. Michael Jordan, I just saw a quick little snippet from him, and he was said, in order to be successful, you have had to have failed, because then you will never know success. So
Right.
failure is just part of it. It's the journey, it's the learning. And when you fail, that's when we want to quit. And if you quit, absolutely nothing's going to happen. You're absolutely right. Nothing's going to happen. You're quitting. But if you really want something and you have that desire cannot be taught. You have to want it. And when you start being around people, you're consistent, you start gaining the knowledge. And that's hanging around other people, that's about hanging around with other people who think like you do, or you want to think like they do. Surround
Right.
yourself with those people, and they will help you get past that quitting moment. I tell you, yes, I quit. You quit in your head because it's like, gosh dang it, I
Yep.
thought this was going to happen. It didn't happen. What am I doing this for? If you do your lives like I do my lives, and I'm consistent with that, and you think, why am I showing up? Da 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 da. That's quitting in your head. But you know
Right.
what? You're showing up for somebody else who needs you, who needs you to see what it is that you've done and where you're going to go and grow to, and how they can do that as well. And
And it
that's
was
part of what
well,
I
Guy
love.
and Elkie were just talking about that earlier today about, you do the presentations for this product and, you might not see that there's anybody there.
Yeah.
Um, but you do it like there's 1,000 people watching. I'm exaggerating, folks, but you do it like there's people showing up because they do show up. They might not show up on the live. They might not show up tomorrow, but they might catch it. You put it on YouTube; it's there forever. they'll
Yeah.
find at some point, and that's the important factor. I feel like if I influenced one person to do
Mhm.
improve their life, unless your life is so perfect you don't need improvement, right? No, I think everybody, if you're willing to learn, there's opportunity.
Mhm.
Period. It's when you don't be willing to learn that you come to a standstill and you don't go forward. And that's where I say, well, don't complain about things are bad when you're not going to do anything to change it, right?
Yeah. Well, the beauty about that, and yes, you want to show up because whether it's one person, 100 or 1,000 people, it's out there, like you said, for anybody to take a look at. So, this social media platform reaches hundreds of thousands of people. And yes, in the end, you are talking to that many people. It might not be right now, but definitely there are other people who are going to see this. And so you have to show up for each and every one of them.
You're doing that. I know that you are. I'm truly, because I mean, I used to do that too, till I got to the point of burnout. I did. And then I took 2 years off, working 20-hour days, doing 7 broadcasts every day. And it wasn't 7, it was closer to 10 because it was 7 for the morning, 3 in the evenings, and, all the posts in between. And it was all me.
Mhm.
So, how does teamwork fit into this picture?
Oh, absolutely love the teamwork. And, especially in our company. Now, if, you may have a business where you're the sole person. And, when you're in that, hopefully you're not doing everything yourself because whatever your craft is, you really want to hone in on that. It's a great time to outsource. You're still doing it, but you're outsourcing. But when we're talking about our particular business, I love how we're able to leverage our time. And that's one of the things in my years, I've had over 40 years in retail management. And, I had to be to work my 10 to 12 hours per day, longer if it was during the holidays. If I didn't show up, then that work didn't get done. It was still on me or on somebody else to do that. But right here with the company and the business that we have, leveraging our time so that, if you're doing something, I can help that person out. Or we have tools in which you can invite other people in. We're here to be able to help and support. So when we talk about a total team, it's not just helping you build your business, but then also helping with training and developing and growth. Love the growth. Love the personal development, the growth that you get when you have this business and you
Well, I
have
think
other
it's
members
time
and
to let it.
leaders.
I didn't mean to interrupt you there, but I think it's time to let the cat out of the bag there, and tell them
Okay.
what you're doing exactly.
Okay. All right.
Yeah,
I will do
tell
that.
us.
All right. So, I had mentioned before that I was fortunate enough to be invited to a presentation where this new company was just launching. And this was at the end of 2019. So I think I met them around October 2019. I met the owner and founder of the company and the founding members. And it was all about in health and wellness. And before that, I had heard about cannabis, right? That cannabis is a new thing that's going to be coming out and you got to get into it. Well, Stephen, that's not my thing. That wasn't my passion. I was like, "Nah, I don't really think so." But I understood and wanted to learn more about CBD because that is, for medicinal purposes, and I understood what it could do and to help other people. So when I went to this presentation and I listened to this story, and it checked off all of the boxes for myself. It checked off that it was a unique product nobody else had. You may hear that with, a lot of companies, but it's a proprietary process and how the owners and founders actually stumbled really upon it. And it was all because of the love of their family. So, with family being very important, and then a unique product, and one that is going to help many people. Because if you have a product and it doesn't help anybody, that product or service, it's not going to do anything. But because this is going to be able to have, actually, we have our goal is to have 1 million people utilizing our product every month. So that's an amazing, amazing goal. And we are definitely reaching there. And then the last thing, I found how this could actually help other people and then also help me with getting out of my stuck situation. And that's not wanting to be working still retail because I was frankly, I was tired of my family getting used to me not being around for holidays, for vacations, for weekends, for anything that was going on. I was the one being left out. And so checking off those four boxes is how we came on to Sealy by Design. And I have been with this company, have been blessed to be able to know the owners and the founders and the other people in the company, as well as actually receiving the great results that the product has, not only for myself, but also for family members and other friends and members throughout, as well as yourself, Stephen. That's how you and
Yeah,
I finally met.
it is. And so, yes, I'm blessed. I mean, not only am I using products that I think are exceptional, and I think everybody knows, and if you don't know, I don't endorse anything that isn't good products, isn't quality, the best quality.
Mhm.
Number one, uh, because I don't have time for that, and I'm not a liar and a deceiver. And well, some might have thought when I was in the car sales business, but I think
Oh, no.
that was my. I think that honesty was my key ingredient to be able to be successful doing car sales. Um, but Sealy by Design is really awesome. They have such excellent support, just beyond excellent, I think. Um, we and we're both on the same team, which is really awesome
Talk
too.
about teamwork, right?
And talk about teamwork, and that's how
Yeah,
teamwork works.
yeah.
Is that when you are, because I mean I'm good at some things, but I'm not good at everything. That's where others are better at things, and so like you, like I mean, you're really good and do the presentations really well,
Oh,
because
thank
this
you.
is an opportunity for people to uh, get a product that will not only help their health, because I think health is super important to everybody. And I mean, a lot of people are suffering, and some people might call me crazy, but I really think it's all breaks back to a thought process, and my
Mhm,
own thought process, right? And if I'm thinking the right things, believing in the right things,
mhm.
good things happen. But if I believe
Yeah,
in, oh, I can't do this, and oh, it's too tough, and oh, it's too many hours, then what's going to happen? I'm going
right.
to
You already defeated yourself.
defeating myself. Exactly.
Yes.
So it is about mindset, is it not? It
Part
is.
of it is about mindset and understanding and embracing new technology. And you
Yeah.
know, Stephen, that's exactly what our company has. We have a new revolutionary technology, and it's all based off of, and I tell you what, when I first got with this company and I'm like, I have to learn all these big words. How do I say all of these big words? I didn't believe I could do it. But you know what? Yeah, you can. You can. And that's what I'm living proof to tell you. So
Yeah.
with our company, it's all based off of the new technology of
Yeah.
aquaceutical nanotechnology. And it's based off of being able to nourish our cells from the inside out. And so you're not going through digestion and through the liver, mixing with other medications and pills and different things that would could be and would be harmful to other people. This is something where when you drink water, I love drinking water out of a wine glass, don't judge me. But when you drink water, it's exactly the same thing. And it's nourishing your body, delivering oxygen and nutrients throughout your body. And that's exactly what our product does as well. So
That's so
it's just
awesome.
that simple and easy. Yeah.
All right. I know that you got a lot more here for us, so we're going to come back with you in just a moment. And
Okay.
I'm going to be excited to talk about this because I know about it too, but I don't know what Tanya knows, and I don't know what Elke knows, and I don't know, what Guy knows. And I love these folks; they're really awesome. And I tell you what, Brad Hagar, he is the owner of this
Owner and
company, and
founder.
really,
Yes.
yeah, and
Along,
the founder,
along with his wife, Marcia. Yes.
and Marcia. See,
Yes.
I mean, yes, I've heard her name, but do I know her? No. And I didn't get to meet them, but you know what? Someday,
You're
someday.
going to. Yes.
All right.
All right.
Okay.
I'll see you
So
in just
we'll
a
be
little bit.
right back here with you, Donya. This, folks, this is really so awesome. It's totally awesome. Donya's gonna share with us a little bit more about the Sealy products because I am a big believer in it. You can see, yeah, I'm a believer in it. I've been taking it now for probably, well, I'm back on it for about a year, but I took a little bit of a break, and I tell you, I noticed that break. I took it because I have a back issue, uh, degenerative disc disease. So I took this stuff. I don't suffer from pain like I used to. It was like incredible every single day. Now it doesn't happen anymore. So Sealy by Design is a great product, and you can reach out to us and we can get more information. We'd love to have you on the next broadcast where they explain about the products, but I'm not going to explain about it too much. I just wanted to recommend Total Coatings. Total Coatings is my family business. My sister is involved in this, and my father. Thank God that they brought this to the Sarasota, Manatee, and Charlotte counties. They refinished bathtubs, tile, showers, countertops, sinks with a porcelain based glaze. And why I know that it was the best because it's a franchise, one of 500 worldwide, 132 countries. It's a porcelain based product that is safe and non toxic. Everything else is toxic. And I know because I was doing the other stuff when I started, I was sick every day, every single day. So I said, you know what? I'm not going to die for this job. So I quit. I found that, of course, my friend who I helped start his business in San Diego, he was doing the same products as Cot Coatings, porcelain refinishing, but right here in Sarasota, Manatee, and Charlotte counties, you can get it done. And we would love to help you. I believe that I have a little bit of information there. You can reach out to them. They are on the web, totalcoatings.com. We're happy to help you. We're blessed that we're busy and we're blessed that we can get busier. And we would love to help you if you're interested in safe and non toxic. That's for real. I also am a big believer was crypto. And you know what? That might scare some people, but this is the deal. Crypto is an opportunity. It's an opportunity that a lot of people don't understand, but you know what? At the Bitcoin Ben's Crypto Club down here in Sarasota, I'm a member of the club, and I'm learning how to invest in Bitcoin and not put my money where somebody else is going to have control of it and possibly steal it, because it happens all the time. Bitcoin Ben's Crypto Club, right here in Sarasota. They're building multiple facilities, a fancy resort down in El Salvador. That happens to be the very first place that Bitcoin was accepted as a common currency. But nonetheless, there's opportunity to make a ton of money. I already have. I just need to make more, right? So, yes, definitely check out Bitcoin Ben's. You can reach out to me. I do have a website. I'm not making it better, folks. So it's Stephen R. Smith, and yeah, proper spelling Stephen Stephen R. Smith.com. No, .com. .org. That's right. Remember, LWN Live with Nature Foundation is a 501c3. If you want to donate, we are accepting donations. We're planning on a fundraiser. We're trying to build a shelter so that people have a place to go because they need it in Sarasota. All right. Enough of the sales pitch stuff. Donya. You know,
Got to do
I
your own
mean,
commercial.
I do my own commercials,
Got to do your own commercial.
and others do too. But you know what? I got video, but do I have video right now? Not yet. Okay, so it'll be bigger and better. That's the whole idea. It's a restart for me, anyways. And so, gosh, all right. So now we're going to talk about Sealy. We've learned about your experience, your military background with your husband, you being a moving a lot, and I can relate to that. But we both have something in common, and that is Sealy by Design. Tell
Mhm.
us about that a little bit more.
Okay. Well, the first thing I want to mention is, we were talking about me moving a lot, and I know there's a right time for everything,
Yeah.
right? And in this platform and how it is, the Hagers are network marketers, they're direct sales. And that's how they were actually able to bring this product so that you and I, we can share it out along with, all the hundreds of thousands of members that we have in our company. And, the product, as I mentioned before, it was actually a problem that the Hagers had to resolve with their son, Devin. And when he was 12, they had to make the decision to put these metal rods and pins in his spine because he had this really S curve scoliosis when he was born. And it took 4 different attempts, but it was successful. But it left him in this excruciating pain, which had this stress that was all over his body. And as any parent would want to help their child, they wanted to find something that was going to help their son. And they were told CBD is the best product. And so they tried literally 18 brands, 60 different products, and nothing worked. And the Hagers were really ready to give up until they caught a lead and they explained that these scientists have developed this new process so that you take CBD because it does work, but it's getting actually absorbing. And so it's actually can work at the cellular level, therefore nourishing and feeding. Because we have all these CBD receptors in our bodies. Actually, on each of the cell, there's 34 CBD receptors, and we have over 37 trillion cells in our body. So you can imagine when you give the body the natural nutrition that it needs, it's going to help out, right? So that's what was different. That's what the Hager said, let's go ahead and try that. They did. And after Devin had taken it for just a little over a week, the rash was gone. And he had said that his pain was gone. And like anybody else who is like a business mindset and wanting to help other people, that's how Sealy by Design was formed. And, Stephen, it's based off of these 4 scientists that have these 9 PhDs. And they came up with not a pill, not powder, not a mix, not a solution, not a shake, nothing like that that you have to do. I simply put it right by my toothbrush, and it's called swish because you're swishing it around and then you swallow, just like you would do if you're going to do that with water. And that's basically what it is. And from that, helping and showing other people exactly what that is, that's how the company was actually born, if you will. And how I got introduced to it that first year that I got started. And through that, and what I was talking about, having this, it's an amazing opportunity, not only to have a product, but then also as a business opportunity as well. Because when you have something, like we all share everything, you share a new restaurant, you share a new book, a new movie, a new TV show, something streaming, right? But what if you
Hmm.
shared something that could actually help other people? What if you shared something that is going to make a difference and has made a difference and has had the proven results? There lies the opportunity for you to have your own little business. And you don't have to worry about, you know, the invoice, shipping, packing, the customer service outside of just helping your people or your clients or customers with it. And what I love about this business opportunity, this company built it based off of whether you're a professional in healthcare or whether it's like you and I who want to have our own business. There's a place for everybody because we know that there are some healthcare professionals who don't want to build this business. They just want to have the product because it works. And so there's that opportunity. And then, like I said, then there's the opportunity for you and I to be able to do that. It's true. My daughter's actually takes the product and she's actually a member in it as well. Thanks, Dory. I appreciate it.
And you know what? Lauren's saying that she has scoliosis, and that's probably one of the things that hurt her the most. And she's a busy person, folks.
Yeah.
but
So
and
can
she's
I
got
just
things
can I
going.
say this?
But I want you to address her question.
Yeah. So this is really interesting. So once I went to the presentation and I signed up straight away. Like I said, it checked off those boxes that I was looking for. I didn't think about what it was going to do for myself. I thought about how it could help other people and what it was going to do for other people. And Laura brings up scoliosis. 3 times, 3 separate times, I was laid flat on my back with sciatica. And we can't say that we were healed or anything. I can't put those kind of words out there, and I'm not making any medical claims or anything like that. But after I
Right.
started taking the product, after my fourth day, I started noticing that I could do things that I wasn't able to do before. You see, my last job, I was an operations manager for a retail department store. And so I was in charge of truck moves, floor moves, and pushing and pulling things. And I tell you, to climb upstairs at night to go to bed, it was excruciating painful. And I wasn't even thinking about it when I started with this company. I just knew that I also have a hyperthyroid, and the doctors told me, get on a vitamin, a multi-tablet. And I said, what do I take? They're like, just take anything out on the shelf. Well, that's garbage. It's stuff. There are horse pills, they're sugary, they're gummies. It's like I couldn't do
Yep.
it. So
Right.
after doing this, and then Stephen, after I got my lab results, after being on this for 3 months, because it was time for me to get my thyroid tested, they said, whatever it is that you're doing, keep up with it because your labs have never looked perfect. And that's still true today, 5 years later. And
And see that,
so I was like, wow. So I didn't get on this product thinking about myself. I got on the product thinking about what it would help others, but in turn, I got the benefits. And so
wow.
much other things have happened along the way as well.
Yeah, there's I want to preface it by saying I don't get involved in things that I don't believe in, and I know that
Mhm,
this is such an excellent product, and the support is truly second to none. Not
mhm,
only does the founder um, do a meeting with us every other week or every week on a corporate recap, but he takes questions from anybody that would ask him every other week, every month. And it's
mhm.
like, who can
It's
you
unheard
talk
of,
to?
right?
You get to talk to a founder, you know? I mean, it's like almost impossible to have that kind of access, right?
Exactly. You know, if you ever wanted to be mentored by a millionaire, this is a gentleman who's made over $30 million just in this industry alone. And he gives up 2 hours of his time, and he actually goes longer than that when he's
Yeah.
on a roll. But there's so much information that you gain from that. And, you know, a lot of people don't give value in free, but this is free mentorship, you know, that we get. And we are just blessed and lucky to be able to have that type of leadership.
It really is awesome products. Lauren says so many ingredients too. We've been lied to from the beginning. We need to shift our entire perspective. And
Absolutely.
we do. And those are the kinds of things that I just like last week or yeah, last week learned about the product because I'm going, well, how many milligrams in, and then I found out, well, milligrams is equal to weight. And I'm going, well, okay, well, how does that involve with the average daily amount you're
Yeah.
supposed to have? And so I learned that it's not about that because this product is nano sized,
Mhm,
aquaceutical nano sized. So the absorption rate is 99%,
mhm.
not 10% of a regular average run of the mill type of nutrient
Yeah.
or from just about any other store.
Mhm.
So you're getting 99% effectiveness and is getting into your cells immediately. You mentioned earlier, it's not in through your gut system, it's through your
Right.
blood right off the bat because you just swish it in your mouth and
Right.
then that helps absorb it. Go ahead.
Yeah. You know, to answer, I believe it was Laura, right?
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know,
yeah.
in our Swish products, I'll just talk about those 2 right now.
Okay.
In one of them, we have 92 ingredients. In the other one, we have 95 ingredients, and it is because of the nano sizing. You know, within our own bodies, we cannot absorb more than 60 to 80 nanometers. And so the scientists have actually been able to take that down to less than 10 nanometers. So it's between 3 and 10 nanometers that is actually able to absorb through that. And, you know, once you have that, that's how you can have all these other different ingredients to be able to be in one. We also have what we have a facial mist that actually works on the face that has 100 elite anti-aging ingredients in that as well. And so that is the difference. And when you're talking about, like you said, the absorption of it and how it's different and it's unique. And then the one other thing that I want to mention with that
Mhm.
is there is a stamp on the back. It's called Current Good Manufacturing Practice, and
Mhm.
that is regulated by the FDA. Now, the FDA does not govern any nutritional products out on the market. No matter if you buy it at your CVS, your health stores, Walmarts, or wherever you buy your vitamins or what have you, the FDA does not regulate that. But we have a stamp on the back of all of our products that we volunteer for, and that is regulated by the FDA, because what we say is in our bottle is exactly what's in it. And so when Laura was saying, there's so much stuff you don't know what it is, because pills and those other capsules and that, they're all
Hmm.
filled with binders
Right.
and wrapped in oil, fats and oil, so that it can stay together, so it can go into your system, so it can sit there, and you're only getting 10%. And
Yeah.
as you mentioned, Stephen, we're getting 99% absorbed throughout our entire body within
Right.
5 minutes. And it's about getting our bodies in homeostasis state, getting all the junk out and
Yeah.
letting it really work on you.
And you know what I also wanted to mention too, and this is the important factor I think for anybody that has a regular job, is that there's a 0.0% THC in this product. I mean, it's
Hmm.
0.0, not 0.3, because that
Right.
will show up on a test if you have to take tests for your job.
Hmm.
Absolutely. This has zero. Um, and so it was derived from the hemp plant, obviously. And it, it works. I mean, I don't even know. You can say all kinds of things. I'll just say it works. And it has so many benefits in so many ways. And the premium ingredients, I mean, where can you for the money? Where can you get
Hmm.
92 ingredients for 72.50, and that's a month's supply? I mean, it's a serious deal, right?
Absolutely. It's actually 39 days worth.
Thirty
In one bite. It's 39 days worth. So you're actually getting more than a month's supply. So if you needed
right?
to double up on it, you definitely could.
Yeah.
Um, yeah.
Lacan, is it Lacan Kaufman?
Lakin, Lakin is my
Lacan.
niece. Lakin is my niece. She just
Oh,
got her product today, and I was so excited. I was tracking it for her. She goes, "I'm so excited, Aunt Donya." So she went out and got it, and I said, "Lakin, you know what? There's 39 um, servings in there, so go ahead and take one for your second one for the day." And so
right.
she said she got her. I call it getting your swish on. So Lakin, I'm so excited for you for getting your swish on.
That's awesome. That's so awesome. And I wanted to try and hit this really quick because I know Lauren's got to go somewhere.
Okay.
She's doing big things, folks. You definitely want to follow her too. So let's see. She's aware that she can make money without having to be greedy. Absolutely.
Mhm.
And have all the things that come with being a member and reseller of this product. Absolutely.
Mhm.
Back office. It doesn't cost you anything extra. Um, email programs. I mean, it's just wow. So on and on, and my mind's moving so fast I can't think of it all. But we appreciate you. Thanks for the love, for real, and we'll talk about it more in the future because it truly is, in my mind, the best product. Just like Total Coatings is the best coating, just like Bitcoin Bend is a good investment.
Mhm.
Sealy by Design, truly one of the most exceptional companies I've ever been involved in, and I'm so
Mhm.
blessed to be a part of it. Yeah.
Right. And we haven't even hit momentum yet. We're just getting started. So
Mhm.
there's still so much out there that we can share and provide the information, because people are, it's new, and it takes people, and I'm talking not just a new company, it's a new product that people haven't heard of. And I just want to say this before we get off. People talk about, oh, I have that, I have water insoluble and water infused. You know, that's not what we have. It's different. It's called water encapsulation. And just so that you know the difference is, there's no mixing. When you look at it, it's clear. And it's just like water with a little bit of lemon or mandarin flavor, whichever of the swishes you're taking.
Mhm.
But when people have tried it, they're like, it's very pleasant. Yeah, and it's very
Mhm.
easy. It's so easy to take and swallow. And as Lauren said, you know what? This isn't about being greedy in this business, because it
Right.
is a health and wellness product with proven results that people have taken. And it does give you an opportunity. So instead of you promoting, a restaurant or a movie or a new store or whatever, promote this. as far as being able to help somebody else with what their situation is. And here's the other thing, Stephen, it's proactive as well. It gets our body in homeostasis state. It helps build our immune system, gets rid of inflammation, all of these things that can help us and be proactive with our health. So, it's an amazing product, as you said. So
Yeah,
I can go on and on and on, as you can hear.
yeah. And it really well. I'll just say for me, what I'm doing is I'm taking all of the products that are, except for some of the sprays I don't take, but I
Mhm.
take the CBD, CBG. And that's the first step. Is it's got CBG in it as well, not just CBD. It is zero point 0.0. I take the ageless, which helps with my skin condition and my, mist in my face. I do that. I like to take the sprays, which you can also get. And if you become a member, you can get this stuff for free. It's like, wow. I do Serenity because I like to, calm down sometimes
I
because
like
I
that
get
too.
too amped up. Um, and then the diet. And I'm looking forward to, because I took a before picture.
All
I'm
right.
going to take the after picture.
That
And
is
I
so
want
important to
to,
do.
yeah. And so we can look at it and just see the difference. And you got beautiful skin, Donya. I mean, truly,
Well,
you're a
thank you.
beautiful woman. And so it clearly is helping you as well from that aspect. I think that I think I'm stepping on some rough ground.
You're all good. You're all good.
Um, so
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, it's just so awesome. I'm looking forward to being the testimony here in the future, and we hear testimonies all the time. And we've got that access. We can send you information on this stuff. Um, it doesn't
And
cut.
Stephen, you do mention that too. So feel
Yeah.
free to reach out to Stephen or myself because we do have a private Facebook page in which we invite people to come on and just see other testimonials and hear other testimonials. We don't just invite everybody and anybody because these are people telling their personal business and sharing what's going on. So
Hmm.
just reach out to us, and we'd love to be able to tag you into some. If you have any personal opportunities, health challenges that you're looking for, we can just go ahead and tag you into some of the stories and the testimonials that we have going on. We also have a private website as well, in which we can go ahead and share that out with you if you get in contact with either one of us. And again, we have other stories as there as well. Let's see. Melinda's on
Yeah,
here. Hey, Melinda, she's on
yeah,
my
we love you,
team.
Melinda. Thank you for joining us.
Appreciate it. Yeah.
Yeah. So she's talking about the before and afters, and she's got a before and after stuff too, and well, and I
Yeah.
think she was doing maybe the diet thing too as well. And I know that a lot of people have lost weight with that.
Mhm.
Um, I I'm losing some weight slowly but surely. I mean,
Uh,
I don't have to get rid of a lot, but I mean, it would be better to do this because the alternatives are expensive, folks. I just tell you they are.
yeah.
Um,
Stephen, I was gonna say when they came out with it's called Trim. When they came out with that, they invited a few of us to be like the guinea pigs, if you will. And I was one of the guinea pigs, so I was
yeah.
really glad to have done that. But I did everything right, and then I did everything wrong, and then I did everything right again because I really wanted to see how this product was going to be able to help out, and it does. So if you follow exactly what it says and you are truly being truth with yourself and honest with yourself and utilizing the product again, like consistency in your own personal business or your own personal goal that you have to be consistent with the products in order to be able to receive those results.
And see, that's all just part of being successful is that consistency part, right? And it is.
Absolutely.
It is a matter of being consistent. I think that is a super important part. I mean, I've got my dad is taking it, although he's a pretty healthy guy for 83. He sure is. My mom is getting better. I'm looking forward to her being yeah, really great testimony at some point because she's been taking a lot of stuff because she had a lot of issues. So I think it also takes a little bit of time to get all pharmaceuticals out of your system,
Mhm.
the point where you call homeostasis, getting your body stabilized, right?
Mhm.
Um,
Yeah.
it takes time, and that takes consistency. It's pretty easy,
Mhm.
morning and evening, and or mornings once a day for the CBD, right?
Yeah,
Just one.
so for both of yeah, so it's 39 servings in both the, Swiss CBD, CBG, and the ageless. And, when you first get your bottle, we say, "Go ahead and double dose," because we wanna get you going in that get you know, get that going into your system. But yes, it's the consistency behind that. And, you mentioned something too, and for people who are trying this product and they're saying, "Okay, I tried it for a week, I tried it for a month, okay, it didn't work. Okay, what didn't work? What is it that you are looking for?" Because this product, and because it's at the cellular level, it goes where it needs you. It attacks those cells that need you the most. And you may be thinking one thing and it's starting to show you something else. So that's why when we do show our testimonials and people share that, they talk about it being on it for 1 month to 3 months to 6 months to a year to 5 years. I still have different signs showing up. We still have people giving their testimonials after 4 and 5 years. So it's not just taking it for the month.
Right.
And like I mentioned, after 3 months of being on the product, I went in just for my routine checkup for my thyroid, and they were like, "Wow, what is it that you're doing? Because your tests are perfect."
That's
And so it's like, I get my
so
swoosh on.
well, and I have been taking it. I've been in with the company for 4 years now.
Mhm.
A long time. Well, for the company, it's pretty new. I mean, the company's only been around for, I think, a total of what, 6 years maximum.
In June, yeah. In June,
Yeah,
it'll be 6 years.
yeah, and clearly we talked about the fact that Brad Hagar got in, and his wife got involved in this because their son had the conditions, and he has made dramatic improvements as well. And
Mhm.
so they finally, after what, 40 or 60 different types of products, found the right one and developed it, and that is City by Design. So we really appreciate you tonight, Donya.
Oh,
We
thanks for
appreciate.
having me on.
Oh, you're welcome. We appreciate everybody that took time to come and join us. Make sure you share this out to your friends. If you are interested, we can help to get you involved in either using the product, and then it's a business opportunity too. Then you get
Mhm.
it by at wholesale. You get free products. It's dynamic. I really highly recommend it to you all. So reach out to us. I'm info at stephenrsmith.org. Donya is going to be after I put it up. She has Facebook. She has Instagram. She also has the TikTok. And so, yeah, if you're on TikTok, look her up. She's the
You know what?
lady.
You know what that's called, Steven? That's
What?
called getting fit. That's called getting fit. Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, and getting fit overall for health, wellness, wealth building, and building family legacy. And that's what I love, helping and sharing and showing other people how you can design your own lifestyle of freedom.
That's so
Hey, I
awesome.
just
Thank
did a
you so
commercial.
very much. I hope you've all learned something. I did learn something. I mean, I might be involved with this company, and we shared about this because you know what? I'm a big believer. But
Yeah.
we appreciate you. You, the
Oh, thank
viewer,
you.
you're the important factor here. Without you, we'd be nothing. I think I wouldn't be doing this, but I do this because I want to help you all. Thank you, Tanya. All right.
All right. Thank
Okay.
you.
We
Thanks,
appreciate it.
everybody.
Yeah. Take care. God bless. And
All right.
I will be back on Friday, 7 p.m. Mondays and Fridays, 7 p.m. Come and watch us. We'll see you then. All righty.
Bye.
Bye for now.